Hey guys, hello everyone. So today we are going to see the topic C++ structures. These are the user defined data types. We can say structure is a group of data elements grouped together under one name. These data elements known as members. Let's see what mentioned here. Structures are a collection of variables of different data types. Like it is similar to class, the one which we have discussed or covered in the previous lecture. Let us understand this more clear by taking a scenario, by examining one scenario. Suppose you want to store some information about a person, his or her name, mobile number and salary. You can easily create different variables, name, mobile number, salary, to store this information separately. However, in future, you want to store information about multiple persons. Now you need to create different variables for each information per person. That is name 1, mobile number 1, salary 1, name 2, mobile number 2, salary 2, and likewise it will go on. Like for different person you have to create different variables, and then on that variable you have to store that information of that particular person. You can easily visualize how big and messy the code would look. Also, since no relation between variables information would exist, a better approach will be have to a collection of related information under a single name person and use it for every person. Now the code will look much cleaner, readable and efficient as well. This collection of all related information under a single name person is called structure. Now let's see how to declare a structure in C++. For that, write the struct keyword followed by structure name, that is the name you want to give, and then the body of the structure inside the curly braces. Terminate it with semicolon. The struct keyword defines that you are declaring a structure. See the example here. Struct person has been defined, and in the body of the structure I have declared three variables of different data types. Name is of character data type, age is of int data type, and salary is of float data type. So this is how you can declare the structure. You can mention any number of variables of different data type inside the structure. Here I have mentioned three, that is name, age and salary. Some important pointer is mentioned here. Let's see what's that. When a structure is created, no memory is allocated. Second, the structure definition is only the blueprint of creating of variables. You can imagine it as a data type. When you define an integer as below, that is int test, the int specify that variable test can hold integer element only. This we have studied previous one in the previous chapters. Similarly, structure definition only specifies that what property a structure variable holds when it defines. That I have already told that the structure is a user defined data type only. And third, remember to end the declaration with a semicolon. So these were some basic points which the one should remember about the structures. Since till yet we know how to declare the structure, and now comes how to access the member that are declared inside the structure, and for that we have to define a structure variable. So we can achieve this by writing the structure name space followed by the variable name then semicolon. This should be done inside the main function. See, previously we have created the structure person, and for the same we will create the structure variable, and we can do this by person space per semicolon. Per per is the structure variable here. Notice this is the point that should be focused here. We have seen that by declaring the structure, no memory is allocated, but the required memory is allocated when the structure variable is defined, and it is done by the compiler. Till when you will not declare a structure variable, till then no memory will be allocated for structure. As per you have declared the structure variable, the required memory will automatically allocated by the compiler. See, for the structure person, we have declared three variables in it. One was of int, char, and float. So for int data type, it takes 4 bytes of memory. For float, it takes 4 bytes and character takes 1 bytes. But if you have focus there was written char name and in bracket 20, that is 20, the size of the name was 20. 20 space is allocated for character data type. That means 20 into 1, total of 20 bytes for character data type in structure person. So then person structure will contain total of 28 bytes of memory. That is 28 bytes of memory will be allocated. 20 for character, 4 of int and 4 of float. Total of 28. Now, how to access the members of the structures? The member of the structure variable can be accessed by using a dot operator. Now suppose you want to access member of struct person. We have created the structure variable per for the same. So what we have to do is per dot age equal to 50 then semicolon. So by this we have assigned the value 50 to the variable age of the struct person. Let us understand this more clearly by taking one example program. Same example I have taken, that is created the struct person and inside that 3 variables declared name, age and salary of char, int and float data type respectively. And then in the main function I have created the structure variable like person space per semicolon. And then I have displayed the output by using the cout for user understandings, that the as per we are taking the input. Like for accessing, that is taking the input name, we have mentioned per dot name, similarly per dot age and per dot salary, and likewise we have displayed the output. In the same way, the only changes is scene has been changed to cout, we have displayed the output. See, you can access the member of the structure by using the structure variable and dot operator. Let's see the output screen here. User has entered Abhijit as name, 26 as age and salary as 1056.5, and similarly these information has been displayed as the output. So I hope you all got this. It is very simple but little bit tricky, but the practice makes a man perfect. So practice by heart, try to write the code by yourself and do some modification, try to solve the errors. So here is the same example as the previous one, but with some different approach, that is by using function. Here we have declared a function also. It is the same example as the previous one. See, the struct person is defined as the previous one and the function and one the function prototype has been declared like struct person get information. Basically this function is made for taking the input, but the main point is that we have declared the structure variable in this function for also for accessing the structure member and return that structure variable at the end of this function. See the screen and the source code which has been mentioned here. And then in the main function I have made another structure variable, and in that structure variable call the function get information like this. P1 is the structure variable which I have declared in the main function. I have declared P1 as the structure variable and then P1 is equals to get information. I have called the function here. So we are calling the function and assigning all the values to the structure variable P1. Then with the help of this variable, we have displayed the information. See the output. Compare it with the previous one. You will see that the output are same. The only difference is that we have created the function here. So hope you all guys understand this and got the clear idea about the structure of C++. So thank you guys for watching. Stay healthy and be safe. Enjoy your learning. If you have any types of doubt or clarification, feel free to reach us. Thank you and bye-bye.